places with houses. I believe this is Salty Springs we're watching right now. Vortexia takes a fight that goes all the way sky high. Crash Pad's already being used this early into the game. Charged shotgun versus a tactical. And using his enemy's Crash Pad, Vortexia jumps all the way up and gets such a good spot to shoot down from. What a play from Vortexia. What an elimination onto Poho.
Beautiful. And now he's claimed this POI for himself. We talked about it. Hey, POIs are going to be very hotly contested. If you're able to claim it, if you're able to eliminate a player and you get it, that's just going to look really good for you. And speaking of claiming a POI, Sapphic has currently claimed the authority in all the areas around it as Skype is running away as the shots come through. I think Skype may be on the back foot and maybe eliminated, and he is going to fall.
And that's another point for Sapphic onto Skype. For the format 2, we're getting closer to top 75. That's when one of the first points are handed out.
And Doxy now not even falling to the third party. He may actually fall to this 2 Cyrox, but the re-tag there with that common tactical, the charged shotgun is going to be able to pick up the elimination as well with it.
Someone else could fly in too. When will he actually make his move? There it is. The first tag shot, the second lands, but shield is not broken yet. Finally it is. A nice tag onto health. Frey must wrap up this elimination. There it is on the Pavo. He's down. Still, though, one person left in this fight, and I mentioned it, a possibility of a 4th person coming in, but also slightly aggressively. They're tired of just getting taken out of the entire tournament or the entire game and not having a say on a fight, on a shot. So they're starting to start fights a lot faster. Jamshood is going to watch Duzek go down to hard finds and might have an opportunity to clasp on this, but it'll be hard as another person is here at this little agent base.
Aware of it.
He tried for a hero play, but gets sent all the way back down to the basement, basically grounded. Not really a chance to say much in this fight. He jumps all the way right up. Jamshood misses just one shot. Another Crash Pad gets broken down. It's chaos in this little mid-game fight. Now Jamshood is in the basement, now popped up in the same box. What's going on? I don't know, but what is certain is hard find and his elimination. If you're more confident, I'll always say it's not actually a 50-50. It's in your favor. And there's proof right there in the pudding. Here's Tayson also going straight in. Jamage, the patience kind of went a little bit too far here as Tayson picks that one up. It might be Frey who's still left over.
He is wrapping all the way around the backside of the zone so he can avoid being tagged up.
Comes at a cost, though, and game number 2 will be a high-cost game, especially if you have a hunting rifle and your name is Alaf Milan. I will never lose. You could change it to I will never miss because one shot is all it takes for that elimination. And in game 2, I feel like a lot of people do not want to take that many risks anymore, especially if they got taken out early. Letchi with 9 points right now gets lobby focused by 3 different people. Letchis, the guy who Letchi took out last game, actually ends up getting revenge. Can he get the loot is the question, but how ironic that this is the man that ends up getting the elimination.
And there's a play right there. They actually ended up seeing him because the re-edit there. And now Savage is on the defense, which he operates very well on, but is usually in a fair circumstance for him.
For Savage, defense is basically offense. Bala said it best in what he was saying in the analyst segment of game number 1. This man has just learned from Benji Fishy on how to push fights, how to get into boxes and end eliminations quickly. With that being said too, being all the way back towards here, not really in his big base, he gets an angle on all these other people who are stuck trying to make decisions in this storm on how to get in. Savage is making it 10 times harder with this AR beam that's coming down from height. And now he's closing in once again. All these builds are his, and wow, just like that, Shmeki taken out by the man who controls this entire big conglomerate of a base. Oh my god, Mr. Savage, this mid game is yours to control.
These bases are going to be a lot harder to fight in. There's going to be a lot more players around. And this is where Savage in that qualifier number 2 went too aggressive and got eliminated too early.
And now sometimes you're forced into boxes as everyone else shoots around you. Jake, he turns down Ergit. And now it's just up to him to try to stay alive on the zone line. He's so close to the next zone, but at the same time, so far away. If he doesn't get these shots down, survives 3 tack bullets. Rimic gets taken out. We saw some Tayson action in the early game, but it doesn't seem like anyone's in control. There's kind of like a fortress, a moat around the castle of game 2. Who's going to be able to breach it, though? Crash pads are one way to get into boxes. Omni goes down to Ginza.
Because they know, hey, they got to go through me or they're going to get eliminated. Jakey, on the other hand, is all the way across and looking back. The same sort of thing, but this is a different angle. He's looking away from the authority on to Flopper. Pat is there, going to go down. The Floppers couldn't save him. I believe it was. But Savage now beating other players. He says, you know what? I don't care. I got beamed. I'm on the aggression again. Vortexia. You said he was lagging behind. Savage was lagging a little bit behind there on the rotation, but it seemed to be perfect. Now on the aggression, this is where I talked about he's got to be careful because everybody is going to shoot at him. He's going to look and just gets beamed out of the air. Lunif going to be the one to take him down.
Lunif gets the elimination. He needs the mats and the resources so desperately. He kind of moved too early for that one. Just look at everyone and the fact that they have a window in to land beams on anyone that's on the outside, like Lunif. I haven't seen his name go down in the feed yet, but he has to have gotten eliminated with just 200 wood left. Unless he made it to Savage's eliminated body.
And I don't know if he was able to get out of there alive. A Luke Goblin play comes through, and you can't really beat it as we do see Nico go down. Benji in a good spot. Still in this game, unlike some of the other top players there. He's in a very, very, very great spot as well. But the thing that worries me is Zone did not pull his way. He's setting up the crash pad, and there are players launching nearby. But this is really hard. He's going to have to pull a little bit of parkour here.
Yup. And he's dodge ducking and climbing over so many different builds, recycling one crash pad too. Has 3 left and denies a few crash pads from other people behind him, so they're forced to get right into his sights. What a smart play by Benji. Won't actually find someone from the backside there though. Another crash pad extended out of his box. He's going right beside people who have such high ground above and around him. Just look at that mini-map as we're at a freeze frame for the moment. The lobby is so stacked on every layer, every box. Benji gets above the canopy of not only the trees, but the players and boxes. Huge shots to be rained down. Milan gets taken out from long range with his charged shotgun, and Benji is still on the move box to box. He's trying to dive. This is getting intense.
Benji playing that second height so well. He always looks for it in that moving zone, and then he starts to work his way down through the lobby. That mid-ground layer that we've seen him operate time and time and again on game number 1, operated very well, went from top to bottom to the very, 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 very bottom, where he ended up taking second place. Now, in that mid-game position, and now moving forward, you're going to start to see him go down a couple layers, keep looking for elimination. Benji is operating clinically here. This is where he operates so perfectly.
He needs materials though, and there's no way he can find them by farming. He needs an elimination. He gets one. There it is on the Kyuji. He needs to get to his body though. It's in Storm. Will he be able to get those mats and move on? With one crash pad, it could be possible. Yes, he got a few mats. They were not enough though. Tayson is still alive in this game in first place. So the last game, the overall tournament's first and second place players are still alive. It's a bounce house all over the zone though on all the different layers. Hardfind is surviving too. Benji is looking for shots all the way around, but it's Dirvig who has height and control.
He's got control of Kit's shockwave launcher, so we don't see it again on Tayson. Tayson, though, is playing second height. He is right there. He could look to get it as Slender tried to challenge there for height, and Dirvig said no thank you. And another elimination on the Dirvig as well. But in the backside, Benji on 3 HP.
Whoa.
He clutches up an elimination.
Benji Fishy is now in zone with nothing to show for healing. He gets taken out. What a good run by him. Miro's the one who stops him all the way down. Dirvig is going all the way up. A nice catch there by one of the ramps, but there's so many other people who are also jumping all across the map. They do not have this power weapon though. They do not have the shockwave launcher. It's just crash pads that they have to use. And because of that, Dirvig can move, avenge Benji Fishy by taking the elimination onto Miro and just control the lobby. Look at how far away he is from everyone else. Look at the angles he has. One loss goes down. Tamir drops down to Dirvig too. He's not picked up any more rockets, but does he really need them with this position? 7 eliminations, 17 points overall. If Tayson isn't alive right now, he could win this game. Kinzel taken out 2. He's making the best players in Europe look like absolute bots.
And Tayson is here. Tayson is alive, albeit in zone. He's got to find an impact there onto Handy, which is more likely to happen, but he found the grappler. So yet again, another impact mythic weapon. First game with a charge down to very low HP. He's got to pop a flopper if he has any chance of making it to the top, and he does. Flopper has been popped. His HP has been restored. He also has a mini. Dirvig is running out of options here. Over old builds is going to be hard. Hit, shot out of the air, and now Dirvig with 9 eliminations looking to pick up 10. It's Tayson. It's a 1v1 versus Tayson. Dirvig, though, has the high ground. He's running out of mats. He does have shockwaves there, but Tayson with the grappler is not letting him heal. He's not letting him get an opportunity. Charge versus charge. Tayson is fully boxed up. The opportunity came, but he missed. Tayson has high ground. He's got the HP advantage right now. Shockwave coming through. Not going to connect. Tayson blocks it off. Terrific with the edit comes through from Tayson's side, and he gets it. Tayson with back-to-back victory royales.
Man, and I'm just so incredibly impressed that when the time comes and Tayson says, okay, I'm going to take this 1v1, you want to step to me, I'm going to put you down in your place. And that's why he's still holding on. But take a look. It's still Benji. Benji is here in that second place. Now, do keep in mind, Tayson's got already that 13-point lead. I mean, listen, Sundown, as far as we're concerned, Tayson has made top 25.